Description keys are unnecessary. There, I said it. In this premium post, I'd like to discuss description keys and how they're really unnecessary in your AutoCAD Civil 3D drawings. As soon as I started using AutoCAD Civil 3D many moons ago, I had two thoughts. One, from a land surveyor's point of view, AutoCAD Civil 3D was not as revolutionary a tool as it was or is for engineering software improvements, as well as it being a financial burden in time and money to set up and use. And then two, having description keys carried forward from earlier AutoCAD versions appeared to be redundant and unnecessary. I just could not and still do not fully understand why AutoCAD and Autodesk perpetuated description keys when that whole system of survey, point, symbol, and label management is a redundant feature. Why bother with description keys when point styles, point label styles, and point groups can do the same thing? That's why I created a new template that works without using description keys. And this will cut your template setup time and will show you how to work with survey points while not using description keys at all. And you can go to your premium membership specials page where you can download this new template for free. I think the biggest issue land surveyors have with AutoCAD Civil 3D, besides cost, is the amount of setup time required to implement and use Civil 3D. First, you create point styles and point label styles. Then, most likely, you create your description key file where, if you did as I did, you used those point styles and point label styles. Last, you might have then created point groups. So I asked myself, why do I even need to use a description key file if the point styles, point label styles, and the point groups can do what the description key file can do? So let's review how this works. One, the point style handles placement and size of the symbol. Point styles can do more than this, but at their basic functionality, it's the placement of a symbol, aka marker or block, and sizing of that symbol that's probably most important. The point label style then takes care of how to label each point, including text orientation. And finally, the point groups then filter your points so that you can manage visibility and display of points in your drawings. If you look at that workflow, you can see that by using description keys, probably placed somewhere between the second and third step, you really just add a level of complexity and redundancy that is unnecessary. So in this new workflow, point groups are used as your description key file, so to speak. I have to believe that this is in fact how Autodesk intended to use AutoCAD Civil 3D, but they probably didn't want to rock the boat too much, knowing how reliant land surveyors had become on description keys in the past. I have not looked into what happens to figures and line works when a description key file is not present, but I suspect that everything still works fine. If you test it out on your own, let me know how it works and what your results are. In summary, here are the benefits of not using a description key file. One, it makes for quicker template setup. Two, reduce time making on-the-fly changes and additions. I know every project I work on, maybe it's every second, every third project, but a point description will slip in and it's just not in the description key file or in the drawing. So I find that sometimes I can use a point style, a point label style or point style that's suitable, but sometimes you have to set up a new point group and then a new point style and a point label style, and then in addition to that, add it to your description key file. So by cutting out the description key file, it really saves you a whole step in the process for making those on-the-fly changes and additions. And then lastly, I also find that this simplifies knowing what is controlling the points in your drawing. I find it quite a pain to figure out whether it's this description key file and code that is controlling the display and output of any point in your drawing, or whether it's the point group that's overriding it. And certainly you can go into the point group, select new styles, and click override, and that'll tell you that you're overriding the description key. But it's a little confusing, and certainly for first-time users, they see a point, they see the point groups that they're working with in their drawings, but they make some instant changes to that, and it doesn't happen because the description key file is really the controlling factor. I really just think that's unnecessary, and it works better if you can get rid of that. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video for premium members, you can go to your premium membership specials page where you can download and work with this new template, and let me know how you like it. So this has been Eric Colburn from ericcolburn.com, and please leave me a comment below with your thoughts on this video and Premium Post, and maybe what you'd like to see in future videos in Premium Post. Thanks, and be brilliant.